Good time zones, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday. Oh, we've made it through the weekend. We have sort of surprised. Yep, I'm gone. Oh, it's going to be a good one. Welcome in, everybody. I hope that everybody is doing well. We have almost survived the weekend. Build for Better is now over, and good grief, was it exhausting. However, it is not completely over. There are things to come in the future, and I will talk about those in a few minutes. But first, let's... the cam account is calling you all out. I logged in. This is the first thing that the cam account showed me when I logged in. Awesome community. I mean, really. How much did you lot bribe it? It was absolutely... it was clearly waiting for you. Oh, goodness. Welcome in. I hope everybody is doing okay. I was up until Zero Dark Smeg all in the morning. So I'm a little bit worn out today. But let's see. Welcome in to Blast Jordan, who's arrived with some black bean sweet soup. Ooh, lovely. Frauke with the scent of roasting chicken. No, not even going to attempt to sing that one. Welcome in, Frauke. Thank you to both of you for arriving before the bots. Welcome in to everyone who arrived with the bots. Raven, welcome in. The scurrying has begun. Always good to see. Sin Lily, welcome in as well. Superfast Feg, good to see you. And thank you for the lurk. Kelbirdie, Chaos Twin, welcome in. True Purple, welcome in. Jerry May with a hydrate and a stretch. I'll hydrate. Yep. Always got to remember, hydrate and stretch. It's important. So, we've got the drink. Let's check if we've got the popcorn. Yep. And up we get out the chair. And stretch. Yep. Ooh, yeah. Definitely needed a stretch. Thank you very much for that, Jerry May. And thank you for joining the scurry as well. Ginger, welcome in. Volder, good to see you. Wilderness will be back next Monday. Since we spent a lot of time this weekend with a lot of people from Wilderness, I'm kind of half considering that to have been a Wilderness weekend. Plus, to be honest, we've spent the weekend building a decked out. So, we'll get back to that one on Monday. Squishies me with a Creeper plushie. Hey, Ginger. I think I might have one of those. Actually, no, I don't have a ginger plushie. No, I do not have a ginger plushie. I don't have a Creeper plushie either. Oh, ooh, what would a ginger plushie be like? I mean, no. Ginger on a 5-stream streak with a bacon train trying to distract the Merry White House bot. Unfortunately, the Merry White House bot is clearly chasing the bacon train for all it can get, because it did actually catch you, Ginger, and you're in blanket jail. Nice try, though. Daddy Bones, welcome in. Seamus, good to see you as well. Fish. No. Here we don't fish. Here we collect the Pokemon. I know there's a slight difference, but thank you and welcome in, Daddy Bones. And Skimo, welcome in. It's lovely to see you, especially after the weekend. How are you doing after the weekend? Seamus joining the scurry as well. Sci-fi, welcome in. With a Slenderman. Is that a Slender? A Slender Bunny. Okay, that's an interesting emote. Ritsu, welcome in. Volda, welcome in. And on a 10-stream streak, managing to get straight away from the Merry White House bot there. No fish here, but you can fish for a squirrel. Yep. I might even figure out what's going on in a minute. Squishy's Jordan with a fish surprise. Okay. Squishy's Ginger with German sausages. I square the swishages. Swear the squishes. Can you tell I'm tired? I'm gonna have so many dictionaries thrown at me today. Frauke does have a squirrel plushie. Woohoo! Or a giant mushroom plushie. He's a real fun guy. Kiwi, welcome in. And Sci-Fi on a 200 stream streak. My word. Is that really your only your second streak that you've checked in with, Sci-Fi? You're on a 200 stream streak, and wow, 2 escapes though. So doing well there. You have a bunch of Minecraft plushies. I mean, I've got a Pearl plushie on my desk. Does that count as a Minecraft plushie? It's a 5 a.m. Pearl as well, which is probably around about the same time as I fell asleep properly. Skimo, you're dead. You went to sleep at 5 a.m. Ooh, ow. How am I? I am burnt out. So today is going to be one of those I need to take it slow kind of days. But I think the event went really well. Uh-oh, here we go. Blast Jordan coming in with the first bit of Puntax. I still need to set that up. Duck, got any bread? Bartender. No. Duck, got any bread? Bartender. No. Duck, got any bread? Bartender. No! Ask for bread one more time and I'll nail you to the table. You irritating duck. Duck, got any nails? Bartender. No. Duck, got any bread? Oh, okay, that one was pretty good. Footy, welcome in. Raven woke up at 4:30 a.m. Ooh. Pearl plushie definitely counts. Yes. Looking for dinnery stuff. Enjoy dinnery stuff, Footy. I hope that you enjoy it. Let's see. Alright. So we got the cam account, but the cam account's no fnebblingly good if we don't have the normal account. Let's see. So, where are we? We appear to be in our lab tunnel. Not not the most useful of places. Where were we and what were we doing? We were, last time we were here, working on this road, which, bizarrely, as you can tell, I have an interesting habit recently. If I'm in the middle of doing something at the end of stream, I will throw my inventory in a barrel. As a way of making sure that I actually still have the materials that I had. Right. Yes. Okay. So, let me get out of the way and get somewhere safe. Notably the airship, that's probably a good place to be. And we can talk about what happened, where we got to. So. The final totals for Gamers Outreach will probably not be fully known for a few days, because the merch run is still going. However, the total donated via this community was 600 and... what did I say it was? I know I put it down somewhere. Didn't I? Oh yes, I put it into announcements. $655.55. We're all in Team Sense. So this community is absolutely insane. Thank you so much for that. The final event total, last time I looked, was $5,285. $5,285. That's a full go-kart and change, which will mean that things like cart renewal packs, stuff for pay stations, etc. That is a ridiculous amount of cash. You have absolutely, as all of the people who were watching and taking part in that event and being part of the community, been so generous. It's absolutely amazing. So thank you. Absolutely thank you. Which leads me on to the next element. There are still things to happen. At the moment, people like Luna and Calvin and Moon and Lanny are recovering. Because, to be honest, good lord. And honestly, the rest of the builders are recovering as well, as Smo has just said. Everybody burnt themselves out over this weekend. Can't think why. What now needs to happen is the build is pretty much done. Mostly. It's there were some areas that we didn't finish building. But this now means that as a dungeon, the interior was pretty much done. So Luna and Calvin and Moon will be going through and putting in the spawners and putting in the game mechanics and putting in the armor stands that people have purchased through donations and all the other elements that come as part of incentives, the relics, including the Shuka Shuka relic. Yes, there's going to be a balloon. Anyone who listened to Luna's stream and heard the Shuka Shuka of the inflator for the pump for the balloons that she was making will know what's going on with the Shuka Shuka. Elkhorn, welcome in. Once all of that effort has taken place and the build has been turned into a dungeon, there will be a couple of weekend shuka shuka squeaky balloon noises. Yes. Shuka shuka squeaker squeaker. There will be a couple of weekend events for the builders that are going to be helping to test the dungeon. Those won't be streamed. After that, there will be a 1 month SMP, which will be linked, detailed from the Wilderness Discord. Fairly sure it's the Wilderness Discord. If it's not the Wilderness Discord, it's the Build for Better Discord. Honestly, just join both. They are fantastic. We have a Pokemon in chat. That month-long event will be a sign-up, get to join, get to take part in, get to play on the server, get to run through the dungeon. Mr. Roo, welcome in. I am absolutely exhausted. But, so yes, that will be what happens. There will also be the world download. I believe that's just going to be the dungeon. I don't know if it's going to have the game mechanics in it. I think that one, there are elements that might make it difficult to provide as a world download with the game mechanics. I'm waiting to see what happens on that. Who knows? But that's... So there is still more... Excuse me. You was kind of surprised. Look, I've been pretty much elk cold for a large portion of the day, Elkhorn. This is going to be a take it easy kind of stream. But, yeah. Oh, hashtag rigged. Jerry May caught it, Mr. Roo caught it, and Elkhorn caught the spinder. Oh well. Did I take today off from work? Yes. I did not log off. Excuse me. I did not log off from the server until after 1 a.m. I don't know what time I got to sleep. I can't remember if it was 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. Ish. So I had booked today off to basically collapse. So, yeah, I needed it. I knew today was going to be like that. However, this place is looking fantastic still. So yes, as I say, there will be the work to modify the thing that we built. There will be the weekends to test it, and yeah, that's the one blast. And then there will be the thing. I don't know when we'll find out what happens about the cart. The Gamers Outreach people were in Luna's chat and have been in the Discord throughout all of this. They are very interested in what we were building over the weekend, or at least the ones who were paying attention to us. So there may be other stuff coming up. It was a lovely weekend, if exhausting. And again, thank you to everyone for literally everything. The people involved. Neither had I. Apparently, it was bound to happen. 4,000 for a cart is still pretty good going. There's only so much you can do to avoid having a piece of cobbled moss in your face. There's only so much you can do to offset and prevent these things getting too expensive, so I guess it was bound to happen. Hey, Fnibbles. How you doing, Fnibbles? Silly world market driving prices up, unfortunately. No, that's the one. I need some more stone... Oh, I had stone brick. Oh well. Streamer blindness has kicked in already. If you or anyone else is suffering from streamer blindness, well, I apologise. Let's bring the camera counter around so that it can see what we're up to. Completely unrelated. No, there's cliffs that I was helping you with. I do remember them, yes. How are they going? Please tell me they didn't collapse under their own weight. That would be embarrassing. Help build a cliff. Have it collapse. Apparently I wasn't very good at structural stability there. Oh, I just used up the last of my cracked stone brick. Let's find some more of that. Whee! I think I had some cooking. That's smooth stone. That is not cracked stone brick. How am I supposed to use cracked stone brick if it's smooth stone? You finish them, but if you don't give them once over, see if there's any fnibbled spots that your eyes aren't catching, you'd appreciate it. I will absolutely join you in looking at that, Kel. Ow. Don't mind me, I'm just running face first into a half slab. At least it's a kind of stone. True. The wrong kind, but still kind. It's a kind of stone, yeah, stone, yeah, stone, yeah. Ah-woo, ah-woo, ah. Why am I going a-woo? There's no a-woo. And there's certainly not an oo-woo. Oh goody. It's going to be one of those streams. Who didn't see that coming? Oh whoa. Uh-oh. Stone brick, andesite, stone brick, tough, mossy stone brick. There we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Will there be a wee-woo? Only if sirens go past. And I don't think we've actually had the siren count go up for a while. Seems to be one of those things that maybe they're just being quiet along the road. Did I have stone slabs? Yes, I did. That'll do. Are we? 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 Woo! Are we? Are we? Woo! Are we? Woo! Well, it's nice to know I've not gotten any saner. Let's do the half slabs while I've got them set up in my inventory. With all the chaos in the weekend, some background sounds may be missed. True. It was very, very chaotic, and I fully understand if people found having so many voices going on at any one time to be quite overstimulating. At times, I found it to be overstimulating. But equally, there were some amazing people there. So, today will be a slightly calmer day. Mostly, I need to get this rood. This rood needs to be built. There's my stone cutter. Excuse me. Let's turn some of this tuff into half slabs. No. I still barely remember some portions of the week. Wow. Ooh, it's gonna be a good one. I think at somewhere between 12 and 1, Luna was attempting to blow up balloons, and pretty much everybody who was still on the server at the time was sat on one of the water pipes underneath the build, just joking about shukas, and making it very difficult for Luna to focus and breathe at times. There may have been large amounts of taking the mick going on. It was all in good faith. Good faith? Yeah. have any more andesite. Probably should get some cobble and stone. Let's put the smooth stone back in here. Do I have any cobble slabs? Cobble slab, cobble slab, cobble slab. Nay. Canadian Dragon, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. I nearly said Monday. It feels like the weekend has just finished. I have absolutely no idea what day it is. Why did the strawberry cry? He was very sad. His parents were in a jam. Nice one, Elk. That's gravel. That's andesite. Right. Boing. Doop 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 doo 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 doo. Taco Tuesday, not a pun. No, Taco Tuesday is the end of the Lego world. Oh no, that's a different thing. Which Lord Business and unleashes the Kraggle. That's Lord Business to you. Yeah, don't need that. Let's put in. So now that I've actually realised that cobblestone is a thing, you'd think I'd remember that cobblestone was a thing more often. Let's put in some of it towards the edges of the road. Kind of feels like it's the places where it would be. It's at moments like this that being creative and able to actually paint with materials suddenly would have felt so much nicer. I spent 4 days working with Axiom and building at a high rate of not worrying about what's in my inventory. I'm back in survival again, and boy, is that taking a mental shift. Ninjet Squirrelkin, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. How are you doing? Those odd transition. What am I transitioning about? The odd transition is it does feel very odd going back to survival after 5 days of creative. It really does feel very, very. But then again, it was very, very compressed. Yeah. Given that I normally haven't actually done much creative work, it's not been something that I've had to sort of cope with. But coming back after such a condensed time frame, where everything was just full on. I mostly do creative for testing. Yeah, exactly. I just don't use creative for builds. So after 4 days of intense creative building, coming back to non-creative, it is quite jarring. Also, my inventory's full. Well, my shulker. Let's grab this. figure out where to put some light sources. You may not rest. The bed is too far away. Yes, that's certainly something that has felt far too far away all weekend. And we have a Pokemon in chat. It's like coming home after a luxury vacation and having to do the dishes again. Yes. Absolutely yes. That's exactly it. And I was just realised I was about to try and right-click on these after placing them to turn them on and off. Oh, it's amazing how fast you get used to something. Contacts. Awoo. 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 However, the Ralts was caught by Jerry May, Elcorn, and myself. Woohoo! I'm gonna actually put the lights in the road. I was gonna put them down the side of the road, but in the UK we have sort of you have cat's eyes down the middle of the road. Having lights down the middle of the road feels like it's not the most silly of places. It also is probably going to be a good way of getting some light into this area. Is that over? That's not what I was looking for. That might be overdoing it. Actually, no, I suspect that's probably just the right distance between lamps. Might be, but you're not getting your roast chicken. Something tells me that the roast chicken is probably being looked at hungrily by a cat. Okay, so that's 2 normally. What if we move it down to here? No, we've got a 0 here. He's not getting any either. Aww. Apparently, I need to wax these pretty dang quickly because they are... Actually, that's a good idea. If we let them get to the first stage of aging, and then wax them, that'll probably be just the right amount of light between them. But dear God, did that age quickly. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... Hold on, let's use the waxed. And what I need is not the blaze powder. There. Has 2 lovely steaks marinated in a black garlic sauce waiting for the grill. My word. Sounds like a nice bit of cooking going on there. Right, if I've got this right, I should have the right amount in my inventory to yes. I should have the right amount in my inventory to yes. Far better to yes than no. Boing. Boingy, boingy, why do I even have this torch here? I have lanterns in the walls. Well, lamps. Boing, 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 boingity, boing, 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 boingity, boing, 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 boingity, boing, boing, boingity, boing. You, I'm gonna age. Age? Miyakula, welcome in. I think, therefore, I am confused. Here. Has that lit up everything? Yeah. I have some of that too, pretty please. Apparently Blast is attempting to become the pretty princess in the... Yeah, wait, no, that's a different one. Lotus, welcome in. How you doing? Meowdy. And a hydrate. And a hydrate from a dragon. I'll hydrate. And a stretch to go with it. Oh, up again. Come on. And stretch. Ah. Yep. Yep. All these creaky, crunchy bones. Forgive me, for I have the crunchy bones. At the moment, there are no redeems for Ravagers, J-May, because we've run out of space for them. So until I spend some time back at Gordonstein building more, which will take a while, since the next thing we're going to be building there for Ravagers will be the grandstands next to the racetrack. Until we get to that, there's no room. No room. No room at the inn. So, yeah. Unfortunately, that means we will have to think about when we will get those back up here, I'm afraid. The scope creep is hard at work planning more stables. I mean, the scope creep is always hard at work, generally attempting to make my life difficult. This is not new. Here. Lotus. Not what you're thinking. To get back is when you make... Exactly. There will be... It will happen. Numbers to self. Family friendly, family friendly, family friendly. Yes. Boing, boing, boingity, boing. Boingity, boingity, boing, boing, boing. Innocent. Ha. There are other redeems, however, coming at this point. Have a good meeting, Raven. Friendly... Family Fnurbled. That sounds like a TV show. Family Fnurbled. No innocence can be claimed. Hey, Sydney. Welcome in. How are you doing? There are, as I say, or as I was about to say, sounds like a family game show. Yep, Family Fnurbled. There will be more redeems coming. This area is in dire need of about 15 tons of wax. Also, why is that? None of that is aging. Why do I have a feeling I've waxed all of that prematurely? I know we considered putting in a like Family Feud, but the answers are ridiculous non sequiturs. Yes, and you're not allowed to chop down bushes with them either. I know that one of the things that I was planning on putting in is axolotls in this area. Which world is the foxes? This one. And that's an SAT word right there. Yeah, any of the redeems for animals and so forth are this world. Proven by a trip to the Moray show and paternity court. Thankfully, I doubt I will have to go to paternity court, except maybe for... you forgot what you named your fox. I regret to inform you, so have I. We didn't actually keep... we didn't keep names for the foxes linked to people. Welp. Yep. I didn't. That wasn't the most useful of things. Maybe I should have done that one. Oh well. Blast. Scotsman, mythical at having to care for so many of your copper golem children. Pay your child support. You are not. What? You can go fox shopping till you see a name you like. Except. Oh, that sounds wrong. Almost. Also, you do know that to get copper golem statues, you don't have to actually wait for them. You don't have to do much by way of waiting for them to age. You just make sure that you place down a fully aged copper block and then turn it into a golem. They turn into statues within seconds, usually, under those circumstances. Okay. The way you said that you were taking care of them, it sounded like you were actually spending time looking after them as golems. In this case of squirrel versus pufferfish / I, Mr. Scotsman, you are the father. No. I agree with the sniffer. Blunding. Speaking of foxes, welcome in, Blunding. No! How are you doing, Blunding? I was coming back here for these. All the cracks don't break. Well, that's a that quote feels almost. Well, I guess we're going to play with the foxes. Oh, we're off to play with foxes down in the frozen archives. Chaos Petal as a baby. Ooh, that's a name. And a white... So, 2 different foxes. Jerry May getting Mochi age-locked. What does the fox say? Squeak, squeak, squeaky, squeaky, squeak. Hold on. How many of the dandelions do I have, seeing as how I'm looking for 2 of them at this point? What the heck? Oh, it's a fish. Good lord, would you look at the size of that fish? It's a whopper! Squirrel! Oh good, I've got 4 dandelions, which is enough for 2 of them. And 2 name tags. Do I have an anvil out? I do. Family-friendly lotus. Yes. I'm going to put the dirt away. I don't need dirt right now. That'll give me a bit more inventory space. I was about to try and name the golden dandelions. That wasn't going to help. Alright, so we've got a Mochi and Chaos Petal. That's a name. Right. And for those who are after their Pokemon, we have a Dracozolt in chat. It is an electric dragon. My word. Yeah, let's try and catch that. Right. To the frozen archives. Granted, we don't end up there immediately. We have to go for a run through the nether. Boing. Boing. Boingity 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 boing. Right. No fox. No comment there, Blast. I don't have the zoomies. No, I don't. I can't make myself small on this world. I do not have, yeah. I do not have OP. I mean, I could set up a button for it. But apparently, that was one thing of interest. Nodecraft. The hosts of the weekend found out why we kept crashing the server. Turns out there is an actual bug in command blocks, and we were managing to trigger it. So all of the messing with command blocks and pushing of the buttons and becoming wrong size and all of that, we found a bug in Minecraft. Oopsie. I don't know if that's an already known bug or if it was a brand new one, but we found it. Right. To the frozen archives, I say. To the frozen archives. I heard an Enderman. That's why no one went to the buttons anymore. Nope, the buttons got removed. We were not allowed to use the command blocks after we crashed the server so often. That's why I was doing the resizing using direct commands. Brazil Fun Facts. Scotsman manager made my name Scotland Fun Facts instead of Real Fun Facts. Welcome in. The held items were kind of fun. Yeah, I only got given one of those at the very end of the last... Actually, I'm just going to bring half a stack. At the end of the last day. So I was just using commands all the time. Mostly because I then was able to just carry on building or running around. Yeah, I kind of miss the golem hats. I miss having a golem on my head, but then again, I need the helmet to keep me safe. Would we like a Brazil fun fact? Go on then. Let's hear one. Whee. I need to find a pair of foxes. Found them! Wow! That's a fox pile. I need to find a pair of... Let's drop in of Age Loxley, he's not going to help. Crink's bed hat was... Yes! Crink with the bed hat was so seriously wrong. Okay. Takuya. And Sir Foxington. Make it a baby. Right. And it is Chaos Petal that is going to be... Nope. The red fox. Hello. I dubbed thee Chaos Petal. I dubbed thee Perpetually Young. There you are, Lotus. Did you know that Brazil has the biggest Japanese population outside of Japan in the entire world? Impressive. That's a new one on me. I mean, I don't know many Brazil facts at all. That's cool. You think this one fits? How many South Americans does it take to change a light bulb? A Brazilian. Oh. Whoa. Ads. Paige Luxley, Dudley Doo. You're not named because you're waiting to become a named adult. Sakura. Hey, Blinken! Sir Foxington. We found him again. You're foxing with me. For Nurbles. Oh, it's Rouge. I was trying to figure out which one that was. No. There we are. Lotus. 1 Chaos Petal. Thank you for thank you for redeeming a fox, Lotus. Mika, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. How you doing? And let's have a quick nap before we oh. Hey Void. How you doing? Have you recovered from the weekend, Mika? Just woke up from slumber, went for nap at 3 PM. Yeah, that feels about right. Fan Foxing-tastic. Yep. Blending at their most accurate. Not really. No, still mentally drained. I know that feeling. Okay. I need to find another baby fox. Okay. Lumon. And unnamed fox. Lumon. Lumon. Are you going to wake up? Okay. Chris. That's better. And... no, come back. Oh, Lord. Hi. I need you not to be hiding in the grass. Please? No, 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 no. Come back here. It is... there we are. I dubbed... no. Come back here. I dubbed thee Mochi. No. Dude, how am I supposed to feed you a dandelion if you... which one of you was... no. How am I... come back here. It... ow. Mochi! And here we have a grown man struggling to feed a flower to a fox. You try feeding a flower to a fox. They have a tendency to... there we are. To run riot. Oh, Jerry... Jerry May, there is Mochi for you. Thank you so much. Baby's crazy just like you. I am not feeding Lotus to Blunding. Lumon, are you awake? Are you okay? You seem to be very, very tired as a fox. You are a flower, he is a fox. We avoid this, promise. The early bird gets the worm, the early fox gets the bird. Welcome in, fox, enjoy. Yes. This is what happens occasionally. I have to mayhem involving foxes and well, various other animals at different points around the world. Oh, goodness. Welcome in, Dab. I don't think I actually said hi properly. Oh, God, yes, the Ravagers. The Ravagers, not the Ravagers. Ah, goodness. I'm being pushed around by a chaos sprout. Who's asleep halfway up the tower? Yeah, that fits. Gremlin halfway up the tower. Maybe the fox is part cat. They seem to like napping. Yeah. I mean, foxes are, as far as we are aware, cat software in dog hardware. That's the one. Thank you for okay. So you have Snowy Chaos Sprout and Chaos Petal is normal. I mean, yes. Can I get the bird instead? We can go get beverages and roam bookstores. Uh-huh. Cat software and dog hardware with mods. Yeah. One thing I want to have a quick check of, since I will need to know about it in a minute, at some point. How many floors of this place have I got fully decorated? So we've got Guild Rush Season 3. We've got Last Life for Extra Life. Please tell me I have a full set of sign storage locations. Yes, I do. Fantastic. So, as soon as I have enough sanity, which will probably be a couple of days, I will sort out signs down here for everyone who donated over the weekend. So that you will all be immortalized in the madness world. Do we have a fourth floor? That? Well, maybe, but I've just fallen down further. Yes, we have 4 floors. Okay, that's useful. "4 floors and 7 years ago, Scotsman attempted to figure out what he was going to do about filling in this area. You regain sanity? Is it the Iron Brew? Don't tell me it's the Iron Brew. It is, isn't it? Nope. The Iron Brew is for energy recovery, not for sanity. At some point, I will build the bamboo farm here. Ow. At some point, I will not smash myself face first into a cliff. No guarantees on that. There's a zombie in the walls. There's definitely a zombie in the walls. There's a zombie in the walls, dear chat. Dear chat. There's a zombie in the walls, and I'm not dealing with that. Hi-ho, the merry-o, trying to get home through the nether. We need to get back to Jurassic World to build. I don't know why I'm singing now. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Purring lap cat is your recipe for sanity regen. Sounds reasonable. Got booked for your zebra confirmation appointment. It's not till August. Ooh, that's not helpful. From the bed, the only thing recovering sanity is the sanity pills from Phasmo. Reasonable. Feg! Attempting to distract Mary with Scott's singing and fleas. Looks like you managed it there, Feg. A 390 stream streak and a 12th escape. Nicely done. Good garage band. Zombies in the wall. And thank you for holding on to the... Yes. As I said in the announcement on Discord, thank you to all of the mods who picked up a sword over the weekend. I'm so very, very thankful for you. And I won't attempt to name them again because I will probably be wrong, goof, and leave out a name like I did yesterday. Sorry for okay. Did I get some half-decent sleep after a late night last night? Nope. I got 4 hours. After this stream, I am crashing. Your modding was limited to being a quote gremlin. That's still being a mod. Thankfully, that, honestly, quote gremlin was one of the things that we needed of quite a lot. I did take the day off, Blacklad, from work. Doesn't mean I took the day off from streaming. Luna might beg to differ. Yep. You crashed at 9:30 last night, slept 9 hours, and it was glorious. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. We didn't need more than that, and I'm grateful. Yes, I am so very grateful that we didn't need much more than just quote gremlining. The most we had was somebody who turned up in Discord, annoyed a couple of people, and got banned almost immediately by me. Did not even go to bed till like 10 a.m. Okay, you got to bed a little bit later than I did, Blacklad. Think it's amazing how much people having the sword is a deterrent for shenaniganery. Yep. Good day of moderation is just causing nonsense for the streamer. Yep. I think you got to sleep about 8 hours later than I did there, Blacklad. You're not undeterred by the sword. Yes, but Blacklad, you're an approved gremlin. We understand you. Right. Oh, you did not sleep. Whoops. The Noble and Historic Guild of Gremlins. That sounds like somewhere we should definitely consider. 2 a.m. is when I got to sleep, Blacklad. Probably. It was somewhere between 1 and 2. That needs waxing. We did kind of break Luna. There was about a 45-minute... There was a 45-minute-ish period when basically Luna was attempting to blow up the balloons. And everybody was just commenting on the shuka shuka. Shuka shuka. Shuka shuka shuka. Shuka 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 shuka. To the point at which Luna was having trouble breathing. And we were having trouble stopping laughing. I think we were slap happy at that point. And there was nothing stopping us. Oh, I'm down to my last half stack of moss blocks. We were so past slap happy. Yeah, you're right there. Vaccine needs potato sack the dog aside so that you can crawl into bed. She's currently in your spot. Oh dear. Doggo is attempting to steal bed space, eh? I do love that. I can just do that nowadays. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Being able to just put... Being able to put stone into a stone cutter and get cobblestone out is a godsend. Whoop. And we have a hydrate. Heil hydrate. Thank you, Sydney. Note of self-care. Need to try and find some more main... Oh, no. I hope that they are holding off a migraine, not helping you to cope with one that's in progress. Take care of yourself, Sydney. And to go with the hydrate, we have a stretch. You'd think. Coping, doubling the dose of daily migraine, headache, preventing meds. Can't wait, goodness. I hope that it does the job. Boing, 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 boingity, boing, boingity, boing. Boing, 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 boingity, boing, 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 boing. Moving on. Here we find Scotsman reenacting The Empire Strikes Back on trampolines. That would be different. That's my fortune pick. I am not using my fortune pick for things. Urban! Welcome in, Urban. How is my inventory so full of so many different materials? Just goes to prove I'm building. Here we find Scotsman discovering that now that he's back in survival, he's got inventory problems again. Because greebling, yep. I'm so tempted to download one of the data packs that allows you to scroll wheel between different inventory hotbars. Because I think that might actually be a useful thing to choose. And I don't think that that would be considered too much of sort of a hack, as it were. Because it would be the equivalent of just going in and moving everything around. Just a quality of life. Yes. Here we find Scotsman considering quality of life mods. Let's watch as his sanity tries to figure out how it got to this point. I was going to put one of those there, but hey, we'll do it that way. Let's do cobblestone here and here, and there. And a bit here. You're not helping. Wow. I am apparently not very good at placing blocks today. I've forgotten how to play the block game. We're doomed. Scots has forgotten block game. Block game block. Yep. I'm suffering from the mental block of figuring out how to play block game. What's this? What's this? It's Scotsman everywhere. He can't figure out how to place a block anywhere. Doop. Deep, deep. It's hard when you can't smear. I got very used to smearing and to noise painting. success. You are now in your bed. Woohoo! We are now graced by a Kel who has managed to regain their bed. What a statement to walk back in on. Look, you know what I'm like. There's always going to be a dodgy one somewhere. Where's my cracked brick? Why is it up there? Turn that back to dirt. Ish. Tough. Yeah. Excuse me. Let's try that again. Papa is still on bed. Now she's tucked in under the covers as well. She's rather content having been moved aside like a sack of spuds. I was going to come back up here and look for something. Andesite. 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 Arriba! Arriba! Oh, that would be if I became teeny tiny super speed Scots again. And we don't have that command. I think things like teeny tiny super speed Scots really worked when there are other people to run around and chat with. So that was definitely a fun incentive. They deserve their own mini-series. What? Teeny tiny super speed Scots. And it was very much appreciated, Elk. Super speedy, teeny tiny Scots would be a fun addition on Idiotic. Well, we'd either need a command block that allowed me to do it, or for me to suddenly become OP. And I don't think we need me to become OP. I'm also not sure we really need me to be super speedy on Idiotic. That would definitely be a little bit more chaotic than most people would care to cope with. Oh, I would not be in the slightest bit surprised there, Elk. Or I'd tear down all of my builds and rebuild them at 4 times the scale. That would definitely make things interesting. That would definitely be an interesting option. Have I got a shovel? Yes, the fire extinguisher. And we have a Kangas Khan in chat, for those who might be interested in trying to catch one of those. You join me some see. What is Scots? A loperit. Honestly, Ritsu, not a clue. It's ya! Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. I think probably the most funny, surreal element was being able to run through between lecterns. I was not expecting to be able to do that. it made life very, very silly. Alright, let's put some cracked stone bricks in. Add some tough in places. I think about my only regret over the weekend, and it's hardly a regret really, was that I didn't get to listen to the Spawn Chunks monthly hangout live. I did get to see the builds that people were sharing in it though, and there were some absolutely fantastic builds. So, I guess next month we'll have to... Oh no, I can't next month either. Next month I'm going to be at UK Games Expo. Oh well. Two months without being able to listen to the Spawn Chunks monthly hangouts. Whatever will I do? I'll just have to listen to the recordings. I'm out of moss. Yep, listen to the download. Exactly. How is it that I'm always out of moss? Says the person who's forever building with them. Right, I guess we need to go and visit the caldera. Hey-ho, hi-ho, to the caldera we go. Because I keep turning off the 20+ moss farms. The problem is with a moss farm, if you don't turn it off, it will crash. Grasses around it. Yeah, I mean it's too useful a brick, isn't it, Elkhorn? He says, looking at this lot. Whoops. To the caldera. Hello, sir. Am I wearing gold? Oh yeah, booties. I always forget whether or not I'm wearing gold booties or not. This world is so old that I don't have a golden hat. I have golden booties. Nordic Wolf, welcome in. Just here to tick streak. Come on, Twitch, tick streak so you can adult. Yep. Thank you for joining us, Nordic Wolf. That reminds me, I tried checking in on Blacklad's stream, and I'm not sure I managed to have a streak retention on that. So I might have just lost my streak on Blacklad's streams. It's highly unfair. For 5.5 hours you've been AFK at your bamboo farm only to find nothing has grown or worked at all. Replanted all the bamboo and now it's working again. Wow. That's an odd one. Can't think why bamboo would stop growing. I know bamboo... Bamboo? Oh, meow bamboo, meow bamboo. Bamboo has a maximum height to which it will grow. And as a result, that variability can stop them growing, but they were all saplings and never grew into bamboo stalks. Yeah, that's Minecraft being confused. Bamboo, Finstone beverage. Bamboo, the alcoholic version of Iron Brew. So many options there. Farm only allows maximum of 4 height. Reasonable. Bamboo. Slang for made with bamboo sugar. Yep. Okay, I'm going to take those. How am I doing on... Okay. I was going to say, how am I doing on bone meal? Yes. Can you tell I spent a lot of time running the bone meal farm to be able to get enough bamboo? Can you tell I spent a lot of time running the bone meal farm to get bone blocks to make bone meal for the nether stem farm? Wow. I give up. I am non-functional. Do 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 do. I still love this view. The crystals of the tentacles taking over the world. Hi, Ook. How you doing? Bamboo could actually work. Just make sure that the sugar was a bamboo sort, which was in sugarcane form, referring to bamboo sugar. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Did I leave a bed hidden? Well, that's an interesting chest of random. It's not a bed, but it's an interesting chest of random. Apparently I don't have a bed hidden here. I thought I had beds hidden at every single one of my nether portals. Nope. Weird. South. No, that bit. That's the one at. Yeah, that's the one at the mining village. That's why I was looking under the altar and behind the altar, because I thought it was here as well. Ow. At some point, I will have to put a... Thank you. This... Well, you won't have seen the main centerpiece, Mika. Let me get into shaders and show you the main central piece of the corridors. Minecraft. Thank you. Apparently switching on shaders was convinced Windows that it was not a good thing. That's a new one. I've been finding that switching on shaders takes a lot longer nowadays, the first time. This is the centerpiece of my Nether Hub network. For those who haven't seen this one before. I just tried to kill that. Where's my sword? Hi. Die. Right. This is the centerpiece of my Nether Tunnel network. And that is the... that is bedrock. This is hanging from the bedrock ceiling. Yeah, I've got like 45,000 of those discs. I spent a lot of time. And yes, it is guaranteed on a return to sender. But yeah, this is a small amount of Nether Tunnel network. Goes off about 700 blocks in every direction. Yeah, you need return to sender. If you do return to sender, you're guaranteed the disc. But yeah. This, I absolutely love. And each of the... So one of my goals over time... I haven't done it very well yet. One of my goals over time is for every nether portal to have its own small tower. I've still got to do that one, and 2 over there. But yeah, each nether portal has its own tower. Don't ask how long it took to mine all of this out. Actually, I'm curious. What is my netherrack count at the moment? Netherrack. Times mined, 959,213. And this number won't include the tunnel bores. Yeah. Also, I finally got the updated statistics. Frozen Citadel in one of the seasons took inspiration and made Dragon Citadel. The amount of Blackstone was insane. Yeah. That I can believe. The Frozen Citadel was insane. So if you've done something in Blackstone, congratulations. I'm going to get rid of this music disc. I'll add it to the pile. I do, yes. Nope. Nope. That one. I don't need those discs. I really don't need any more of those. There we are. And a fungus is among us. Boing, boing, giddy boing. Yeah, I was having a look, Frauke, at my Pokedex, and some of the things that I need to complete the spawnable catches haven't been seen for 4 months. So, how on earth do you manage to get your decks filled? so often. If some of them are that rare, how the heck do you get them? Presumably you can get them ways other than just spawns. I guess. I know you can get them out of... The rare Pokemon are far more likely to spawn during events, so you basically no-life the events. Okay. I can understand that. I was going to get some more cobblestone. Turn it into mossy cobble. No, hold on. One of these days I'll figure out what buttons I'm pressing. 57 left. Soon, TM. Frauke looks forward to it. Why am I making cobble when I've got cobble in a chest? Eh, who knows? Probably because it's easier. Alright, back to the road. Hit the road, Scots, and don't you come back till it's built, till it's built, till it's built, till it's built. Hit the road, Jack. Shed the build for later watch. Funny thing, while you were dapping with the Megal build, no idea how to make it until someone thought they were funny asking you to blow up your tower. Took a copy, blew the copy up, half dragon head appeared in the air. That's awesome. That's cool. At some point, this build, I still need to build this other tower. And this is going to need so much glass. And probably some time spent around a geode. Also, at some point, I need to finish the the gas dock. But, yeah, I look forward to having a look at that video. What's the armadillos? Finish a build in this economy? I do try, Elk. I do try to finish my builds. Granted, I say that, but Gordonstein's been under construction for 2.5 years now. I mean, I did finish the caldera. But I swear my builds keep getting bigger. I don't know what I've been feeding them. Gordonstein is a lot of little builds. That's probably the only reason I have not lost my sanity. No, it only took a year and a bit. Yeah. No, I knew what you mean, Elk. And actually, that's the thing that keeps me going. The fact that Gordonstein is a lot of smaller builds. Deep Slate, not Blackstone. Ah, Deep Slate is a lot easier to get than Blackstone. Blackstone, on the other hand, I wish I'd known about the upcoming project that I have already started. I don't have a barter farm. I don't have a gold farm. At some point, I will have to build one. I forgot to pick up tough. Scope creep. Yeah. Yes, you can AFK Blackstone if you have a gold farm and a barter farm. I have neither of those. I needed 12 shulkers of Blackstone. I mined it from the nether. Soon TM. Yeah, I have a design that I am pondering. Hey Shadow, if you want a lot of Blackstone, just big up a Bastion. Ah, thank Fnerblit. I'm so glad this road is nearly finished because I don't want to have to go and get any tough. Mental note, I should have restocked. A lot of work. I'll bet it is. Oh, shovels in the inventory. We're on the hotbar already. Plus much untimely death. Look, I have only died in a bastion once. And that was when we were trying to get the banner pattern. Every 2 years, everything goes. Yeah, I used to. I like playing on servers, Mika. I love playing on servers with people. But that whole constant everything goes just wound me up and ground me down. To the point at which I now have this world. And have had it for 4.5 years? Question mark? 1,578 days. And that's 1,578 real world days. None of this Minecraft days played. Oh, I am crazy. I absolutely admit it. Four years, 3 months, 28 days. Shouldn't it be 4 years, 4 months, and 28 days? Because we're on April. No, because it's April 28th. Still April. I know how maths works. I really do. That's the 4th month. Yeah. Thank you, Raven. No, I did not do anything prior to this world. Starting it. There's a zombie in the walls. Oh. Apparently that cave that I paved over is gathering zombies. You know what? I don't care. Not my problem. That's where all the scope creepers went as well. Yeah, I noticed that. That's a bit more worrying. But no, day one of this world was day one that people saw it. boy, has it been a ride ever since. Right, let's do a little bit with the cobble. Some cobble. I didn't ask for rain. Does not simply ask for rain. It just appears whenever you don't want it. No. At some point, I need to put the path in along here. So I should probably be careful about where I choose to put stuff. Heil Hydrate! Thank you, Feg. Water, water everywhere, so have a bit to drink. Thank you, Feg. And a stretch to go with the water. Yeah. Ouch. I should be careful with how I do this area. Because... Okay, so I would want to put a path in this direction. At which point there would be a light. Let's put a light here. So we would have the path going in this direction. At some point I need to decide what I'm going to do with the spare armadillos. It feels a little bit sort of... clearly build a pop a pen for them. Do I need to keep armadillos somewhere? I was about to say... They're very bouncy. Maybe a culling. But killing them feels like it's a bit unfair. It's kind of hard to kill them. Just shoot them from a distance. If they're not rolled up, they're not invulnerable. Take them to the end and let them free. What did they ever do to deserve the to be stuck with the Enderman? I mean, it's better than killing them though. They don't like end crystals, don't they? And we have an execute in chat for those who might be interested in one of those. What's this path doing? Need to do a bit. No, not you. Kind of feel like I need to put a bit of a desire path corner here. That's not a bed. That's a bed. And you suddenly render if you can place an end crystal on the ceiling of the nether. Normally you place them on top of You have to place them on top of something. You can't place them under something. Because of vanilla, don't they have to go and... no, it's not bedrock. It's obsidian they have to go on top of, isn't it? Unless, of course, you're actually placing them next to the end portal, at which point they just go on top of the blocks around the end portal. Is the portal bedrock? Oh, yes, it is. You can tell how often I go to the end. Particularly after we built the I don't need to go to the end for large amounts of XP farm. This thing has been so useful. I was here earlier today because my my picks were nearly broken. This is so useful. How are we doing on... Okay. 9, 15... 40... Yeah, I've got 15 potions left. That's going to be the thing that actually probably triggers us having to build another farm soon. Really. I don't wanna... But it's probably going to be that I'm going to need to do the memorial Blaze Farm. And I can't remember... Ah, yes, the Cherry Picker Memorial Blaze Farm. Good lord, that took a long time to get back those memory. Yeah, you wrote it just as I remembered it, Raven. Yeah, Cherry Picker's Memorial Blaze Farm. That sounds like it should be Cherry Pickle's Memorial Blaze Farm and Grill. Sounds like it's somewhere you go on a long car journey for food. If you like your food burnt. I don't know about burnt, but you might like it barbecued. It might be a barbecue and grill. Cherry Picker's Memorial Blaze Farm and Grill. Oh boy, does that feel silly. Now I want to build one. Why? Oh no. Oh, I swear. I shouldn't be like this, but I am. Okay. Interesting. That's a chunk border. Minecraft, are you drunk? I think Minecraft's drunk. I can't explain that one. Go home, Mojang. You're drunk. Geo! Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Minecraft went on the pub crawl with us last night. I'm starting to think that. Okay, it just needed a chunk reload. I could see the chunk border. Quite literally in shading or issues. Which reminds me. I need to make a bigger sugarcane farm. Okay. So, we've made progress. We have a road that comes out of the museum and goes down to the docks. How am I after the madness? Burnt out. How are you? Back on the madness. Raven's right. Welcome to the madness world. Actually, I never did sort these out. Also burnt out. Your back hates you. Ew. Feg. Thank you for that gift sub to Geo. Boing. Right. I know I had some wax here. Not in there, I went. There. Right. Done with this dirt. I'm going to hold on to the stone, though, because I'm going to start on the tunnel in a minute. Yay! Dancing squirrels. No, sorry. Hape squirrels. Dancing squirrels are a different one. Right. I never waxed my skeleton containment. Puppy dog is dreaming. I can feel her twitching. Right. Why is that waxed? Under what circumstances did I think that this needed to be waxed at maximum oxidization? Right, I think that looks good. Ah. I'm trying to wax my copper with a cooked pork chop. It doesn't work like that. Probably from a trial chamber. Must have been. I still think I prefer this to this. I mean, having this guy inside the glass is a nice idea, but I still think that is much nicer. And none of this one's waxed, so clearly I'm just a demented squirrel. Cage looks meaner. This one. Yeah, that looks meaner. Lovely. And we got a new one. No people complain about the size 0 models, but mine are literally skeletons. This one's a cage dancer. Science experiment. Transport cage. Yeah. Given these things are being brought into Jurassic World, they might not be far off from being science experiments, though. That's better. Yeah. That looks wrong. That's better. But, yeah. Given this is the loading dock for Jurassic World, and at some point we need to actually put in giant skeleton somewhere. Okay. Loading dock's done. Oh, I've got a tunnel design here already. That's what I want to do for this tunnel for... Okay, excellent. Now I've got a tunnel design. Woohoo! I love the way that it's like... Oh look, I've already thought this through.
I am who I say I am.
That's convenient. It is. Secret tunnel through the mountain. Yes. This one's less secret I mean, it's not so much secret tunnel. It's the maintenance tunnels. And the maintenance access road to the back of this main building. And eventually down to the research lab. Better than Schrodinger's cage dancer. That's worrying. Yes, this is Jurassic World, the main institute building. Look up with the main account. Oh yes. And of course, my airship. This could be a new series. Scientists After Dark. I worry about that one. Right. I'm going to use the cam account to look at the tunnel. You mean the Fnurbles finds a way bit, Raven? What's the pointy hill? The pointy hill is going to be the other tower. Fnurbles finds a way. Available now at your comic book stores. No. So if you remember how the Empire State Building was originally anticipated as being a docking station for airships, this is going to be a docking station for the airships. It is actually the main entrance to the airship itself. It just doesn't exist. Yet. Yeah, it's going to be... it's going to be... The weekend was up my alley. Oh, this is just one of the one area of my world. But I've been building Art Deco in this area. The outlines, it needs the colour and the shading. And, you know, all the construction. Hopefully the Hinden Fnurbles. That's not the Hinden Fnurbles. Great, now we need to build the Hinden Fnurbles. Fag. Thank you for causing another building of an airship. Pre or post incident? Oh, probably pre. If I want inspirations, scars, burning trees. Should show off the airship for Geo. So this is the main. This is the Hindengast. Yeah, this was built before I learned about Axiom. If I were to do it again, I would probably use Axiom to work out the shape. This was shaped by hand. Can the Hinden Fnurbles have a periscope to one of the Fnurbles after which it's named? Possibly. By hand has more meaning. It certainly felt it, that's for sure. And I love... so you might recognise the fan blades. That airbag took most of a month. Yeah. So this was what I used for the inspiration for the fan blades that I brought in to build for better. I might have loaded up the one of my maps to have a look at this while I was building them. And that's my small airship. That's my small airship. There is a bigger one planned. If I can remember where it is. Minus 563. Right, that should get me there. Yeah, we're not doing a full world tour. This is the this is my future storage room. The storage room is going to be the ship that goes between these, suspended from them. Similar in concept to things like Skybase from Captain Scarlet and the helicarriers, the Sky Catamaran. Yep. Now singing Captain Scarlet. Exactly. Oh yes, Cloudbase with the Angels Happy Ghasts. Yep. I plan on having several Happy Ghasts docking stations along sections at the front here. When I said that I got through a lot of Blackstone, I got through a lot of Blackstone. Yeah, this world being, as Raven said, 4 years, 3 months and 28 days old, there's a lot of it. Additions to have a villager called Colonel White added. In a circular office desk. Has it been a year since I actually did a... I'm going to have to put together a proper world tour video, aren't I, Raven? Or at least start putting in short segments. Oh, and a nitwit called Lieutenant Green. Make a fresh intro. That I definitely do need to do. Hey, Mosca Hosco! Welcome in. The intro video is nearly 2 years old. I'm very poor at updating these things. I really should. How high is the ceiling in this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the 6th block. Okay, that makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the 6th. I'm going to have to make this shorter, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to make the tunnel 5 blocks tall. Or do I make it 6? 31st of December 2023. Ouch. Okay. What I'm hearing here is I need to do a better intro video. And be less terrible. Not sure that... Dag fnurble it. Right, let's try that again. In the correct space. Yeah. I agree, Raven. But those dates are what basically says to me I've been bad at updating things. And I thoroughly agree, Feg. Or a random quote. Wow. Hey, Matty J. Strangely, that question's come up during this conversation. 4 years, 3 months, and 28 days. A number that I find slightly scary. Right, let's take out these. Interestingly, I need to... Right. And all but the first year videos are in VODs. Yeah, at one point I did have copies of all the videos from the first year, and then I erased them because they were taking far too much space up on my hard drive. You've only been playing just over a year. That's cool. There is absolutely nothing that says anyone has to have been playing for a while. Look after yourself, True Purple. Enjoy the 8-man. Need to get the story after work. Nice. Alright, that should do it. So, it's leading from this main building, which is the main welcome center for what is nicknamed Jurassic World in this area, and it leads to a cave dock that I am going to be storing things in. I'm going to put those back. Actually, I'm not sure they were over there. So, over here, there is a cave built into the hillside over there that's got a dock, and which has my XP farm in it. And of course, we're in ads. Hey, Mad! Welcome in. And we've got another hydrate and a stretch. Thank you, Sydney. Ads are a good excuse to yell at me to do the things. I'll hydrate. I keep them short, at least. I'll hydrate. And a stretch. Ooh, ow. Ow. Thank you, Sydney. Ooh, too much. Oh, I'm out of dirt. Whee! Wing. Through the main building. I need to work out where in this... So actually, that's one thing I do need to work out. Where the heck am I actually going to put the local storage area? I think I've just said it. That dock. RNG's, this is more or less on time. Goodness, yeah, it's off by 15 minutes. 10 if you take it. In Food Recall, there's apparently another batch of bad lettuce going around. Everyone just needs to remain calm. Oh, elk. Throws Liz Truss at elk. Wow. That won't last long then, Feg. Liz Truss is the Prime Minister who lasted less time than a than a lettuce. One of the newspapers in the UK basically had a lettuce. Yeah, pretty much. She managed to upset so many people. 45 days, survived that long because the Queen passed away, so politics was suspended. Yep, that's the one. Oh, she goofed so badly. Managed to completely shoot everything in the foot. Possibly best quote from the House of Commons in recent years from a minister. No, the Prime Minister is not hiding under a desk. That sounds like something out of Yes Minister. Quite literally. Could it be that UPS have finally actually responded to something? Who knows? Having worked in Parliament, Yes Minister is closer to the truth than you'd like to think. Unfortunately, I know it is. Must not comment on politics, must not comment on politics. Yeah, we're veering close into it, aren't we? Right. Right, I need to take out some of this. Wish your sister's doctor had this mentality. It's like one of the places he wants politics to come up the least. Oh, goodness. Can you comment on how accurate the Onion has become? I mean, we all know it's accurate. We have a Pokemon in chat. Oh, look! A distraction! Shame it's not an event distraction. Not supposed to be, yeah. Our event distraction's all done. Unfortunately, it was the Easter event. That reminds me, I should probably spend my Easter eggs. Do, 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 do. Oh, hold on, that's... I need to work out what shape I'm going to make this tunnel. I mean, I've got the basic concept. What we can do is use the junction point. Like that. Once snagged as Zamazenta with your event currency. Nice. How do you use the Easter eggs? So the Easter eggs you got as a result of a certain number of catches. You will find them in your inventory, and what you do with them is they are a currency in the event shop, which is accessible from the app below stream. Hold on. Tend to eat Easter eggs. Oh, yes, we do mean the game. I mean, I'm still slowly eating my Easter eggs. I've not made the segments of this tunnel in a logical position. Yeah, I'm slow. I like to make them... I like to try and hold on to my... Scott has willpower. Apparently. Right, hold on. So. There. So it's one back from this. So it's... Oh, goodness. Hold on. When I said one back, was it actually... Was it... Okay, so those are on the one back. Yes, here. You got on. Oh. And apparently it is, quote, 200 o'clock. Thank you, Raven. Right. Let's see. Apparently I'm not very good at this. Four-hour stream. No! I'm too exhausted for that one, Elk. So what I'm going to do is put in there. Here. Takes us closer to the end of work days. Too sleepy and burnt out. Exactly. Wonder what caused that. Thankfully streamed us all. Yeah. I'm still somewhat surprised I streamed today. I'm just gonna place in a couple more segments. Those should be raised. Thanks, Noblet. And just going to get this sorted mentally. Goodness. Dagfnörblit. Thank you, Raven. That's what's throwing me off. No, I think I've got them right. This is the thing. Trying to actually line this all up is, at times, an absolute fnurble. Hey, Landstrad. So it's 2, then across by 1. Yeah. And then this one is where I need to place. Oh, no. No. Is this an OBO? Yes. Also, that is an OBO. That should be there. That fit. No, that should be 1 down. Because that's the end segment. That. And then this. And this. That needs to be removed. If I didn't finish this now, I would probably get it all wrong tomorrow. Because I've got it nearly right now. There. That's got it. Be 1 here, 1 here. And that might be the end of the tunnel. Phew! I swear, trying to design these things is made worse by the fact that it's got that slow little drift across. I am going to place myself somewhere safe. And then... Drain hurts trying to figure out what's going on. I'm trying to build a tunnel, Geo. That's it. Pure and simple. But, let's have a look at this in Pretty's mode. Secret tunnel! Yes. I've got the road in, though. The road is now nearly complete. I may end up putting in some stairs in places to actually sort of break it up a little bit. So our next problem, which will be tomorrow, will be working out the rest of the ceiling and the sides of the tunnel. Oh, that'll be fun. But that's a lot of progress. And it starts bringing this... It starts joining this area, this world together. Or this section of the world together. At some point, I need to think about the path coming out the side of the building. But, yeah. I think that works. That's going to look really cool. At some point, I need to start removing this forest and working out where the other buildings are going to go for the surface buildings. Because there are things we want to put in. And actually, one of them, I think, is going to be here. And I think we're going to be turning this area of water into an axolotl. Well, I don't know if it's going to be that area of water. I want to put in a large axolotl building. Hatchery, yes. And, ooh, a grotto would be nice. Maybe that's what we can use. Maybe we use this area and put a large lush... and build up a hillside here and put a lush grotto underneath it. And put a... So... Similar to the way that we've got the little cave for the sniffers that we built. Maybe we can have a giant lush cave that we create for an axolotl hatchery. And just build it underneath, or build it where these trees currently are. That, I reckon, could be quite nice. And then we can have an axolotl redeem to go with the foxes that we had this, earlier in the stream. In a big glass dome like the one in Jurassic World. Yes! Absolutely. I need to go and look that up. Thank you. That is definitely an idea. Do you mean the big dome? Well, there's several big domes. I need to go and think that one through. Woohoo! Bones plick with Black Cloud as he's not mentioned me before. Oops. The aviary, but less for birds. Yes. Well, you've found the area now, Geo. I would like to say thank you to everyone for joining me this evening, and again, thank you to everyone for all of their support over the weekend. As I mentioned, the final totals, the totals at this time, or at least as they were found at the beginning of the day, $655.55 through this community. You are all absolutely amazing and bonkers. And $5,285 to the whole event. That is absolutely mental. And I forgot to pause my ad. I'm a bad streamer. I am so worn out. Well, at least we won't have to worry about ads. You'd think I would. Yes. No. Black Clad. No. You did help. As I mentioned, the other thing I never said, as a result of the squirrel scurries, $140 was donated, because we had quite a few squirrel scurries that had been racked up, and I tend to be a bit over the top with them. So the scurries resulted in $140 of those donations. So everybody helped. All of the events that I donate to on behalf of the scurry community are noted. They're in Discord. You did help. You put in $140 between you. Thank you to everyone for those. Stuff, things, and Vikings. Ooh. However, we have reached that point where I do need to wrap up, because I am in dire need of passing out. I will hopefully be back again tomorrow after a decent night's sleep, where we will be back in the Madness World, continuing to work on all of the things and stuff around Jurassic World. I am going to pass you on to, let's see, Puzzled Slime, Gabezilla. Ooh, Gabezilla's on a new community server. Let's head in that direction. So, I hope everyone has a good time zone. I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. You are all absolutely fantastic and amazing, and I will hopefully see you all again soon. Bye-bye.